Alright, so here I am with Hov and Chai. This is going to be their first time on a long line. So I always want to make sure that I'm practicing this in a low-level stimuli environment. So I'm just at a school, little parking lot here that's right by my house. I want to make sure that I'm doing it off of grass or off of, where there might be way too much foot traffic or dogs. I want to make sure that I'm setting up myself and them for success, especially because I want to make sure that I'm the primary focus, that I am the bringer of all things awesome. And if I have to compete with squirrels and dogs and all that stuff on the first time that I'm giving dogs this much freedom, I'm not setting up myself for success on that. So right here, I'm just kind of letting them wander, letting them sniff around. Every now and then I call them. I'm like, all right, guys, come on. And I notice that I run away when I call them. I want to make sure that I'm fun and that I'm trying to trigger their instinct to want to chase me. They get to sniff for a little bit longer, and I make sure that every single time that I'm called them, I'm like, yeah, good job, you nailed it. Chai is here just doing a great job of already following me, which is pretty cool. Good girl, Chai. Now I'm letting them make a lot of their own choices here, aside from me calling them over. I don't want to constantly say, I want you to follow me the whole time. I want you to be at a heel. It's like, no, go have fun. Go explore the world and come check back in with me because I have goodies. Now we moved on to practicing on a nice little sit-stay here. Super easy. Girl, good boy. Before I start trying to back away, especially since I've never done a sit-stay with them outside on a long line before, I want to start getting some good duration first. If you've been in some of my classes or I've done some of my privates, I tell you about the importance of a good duration sit-stay. Right there off to the left, you saw a guy walking with his dog, so you're going to get some good distractions every now and then. You just won't be overwhelmed where you have a ton of them coming your way and then you have a hard time kind of handling your dog. So we had a person with a bike pass earlier, now we have this dog. Then we have a person with a bike pass later on too. Now Hov has done a little bit more obedience with me than Chai. Chai is a little Samoyed. Hov is a little Roddy. Again, they've never done it in this stimulating of an environment. So I want to make sure that I'm taking it easy. There's that bike. Good job. Here I did a little water break. It was kind of a hot day, so I want to make sure that they didn't overheat. I always bring a water bottle with me for these guys, so that's why you saw the little cut in there. Now I'm going to say, hey, let's run away. Come chase me. Let's have some fun. Right here they start playing on their own, which I'm fine with. Now, I haven't really gotten to see their play style outside, so I don't know if they were more of a skittery players or more of rough and tumble, so I want to make sure that I'm trying to control my line still. Every now and then I get a little pull in there, which is fine. It takes a while to get used to working a line pretty well. Here I'm like, oh no guys, come back on camera please. I need them to be able to see you. There you go, they're back. Now, Hov has a really bad habit of trying to grab Chai's tail. So right here, you see me come in, saying like, all right, buddy, you need to relax for a second. Relax for a second. There you go. Good job. There you go. Now, in that cut right there, actually, my drone died. So it just kind of started panning off and landed itself. So that's why you saw the cut there. But now I'm just using the stairs here, just for some added fun, getting creative with my environment. Good job, puppers. Hope tried to get all the way back on, but he couldn't. I don't want to push him to do it too much. A dog at his age, these guys are both only 6 months. They shouldn't be doing a lot of big jumps, so I don't really encourage him to jump all the way up because then he would have to jump down, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So when you're starting to introduce a line, you want to make sure that, again, you do it in small, distracting environments, not throwing them too much. Even grass can throw off so many things with your dog, so start off with something that's concrete. Now, this is just, almost a 6-minute session with these guys. I think it was like a total of 10 minutes with the drone landing and me giving them some water. But once we got home, these guys were exhausted. So when you do a good combination of physical and mental stimulation, you both end up pretty happy at the end with the results. Here I just kind of walk off a little bit, and I'm not even telling them to come with me, to be honest with you. They're just deciding to follow me, which is exactly what I want. I want to make sure that I'm establishing that, hey, hanging out with me is so much cooler than doing anything else. Now we're just going to go ahead and start practicing some obedience again, just some nice sit stays. Notice that earlier I was just doing it with me standing in front of them. Now I'm actually starting to increase the distance a little bit, even if it's just a few steps. These guys have only been alive for 6 months, so, you know, I want to make sure to take my time. And this is funny because this is where breed standards matter. As some of you may know, Samoyeds are northern breeds, and so they tend to be a little bit more stubborn. Hov is more of a working breed, and they just, you know, Rottweilers are like, I want to do stuff for you. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Samoyeds are like, I don't know about that. So you definitely see some of that sassiness already at this age. Good job. I'm seeing if I can practice some down face here. And down face are not really Chai's forte, so we're just going to be patient and work her through it. Good job, Hov. All right, nice little break there. Some nice little pets. And we're done.